Distorted View Daily proudly presents another confrontation on the streets.
You pray you don't fucking come down here by yourself.
Fuck off, woman. You don't fucking assault me.
I touch you.
I sprayed you in the knee with a bit of fucking water.
Not my eyes.
How you lie? You got fucking chocolate milk on you.
How do we know that's not urine? You know?
I filled in a brother's restaurant, you stupid cocksucker.
Hey, we know that.
Dinner.
We really know that,
Fuck
don't
off.
we?
Sit down. Fuck you, woman. I'm gonna do it. You lesbian. Go to hell.
I'm a lesbian?
You are. You don't like men, do you? You don't like me because I'm mad. I didn't see you in the face, you stupid liar. You got chocolate milk in your fucking eyes. You stupid cunt.
Shut up.
I never shot you in chocolate milk or water. Shot you in the leg with water.
Shot her right in the fucking crotch.
Hey freaks, it's Monday, October 15th, 2018. Coming up on the program today, another installment of Audio Profiles in Racism. Plus, E-Juice E-Rection, how vaping can give you a multi-day shlong-a-thon. Shot over potato chips, and popping your head through a pussy scarf. All coming up today.
It's the Distorted View Show with Tim Henson.
The guy, he's in the dirty underwear or something. I don't know. He's sniff freak.
All right, Tim Henson with you back to properly start a new week of programs, even though I was just sitting here yesterday in front of the mic with a Sunday program. I'm so glad I did that show, by the way. It kind of makes me look like a genius because I was going on and on about Sears probably declaring bankruptcy, and then, boom, today, Sears declared bankruptcy. See, it seems like I really have my finger on the pulse of what the fuck is happening in this country. I don't have a lot of details because I was going to do a search and read all about the bankruptcy, but then I got sidetracked in Google News about Golden Girls cereal. Yeah, we live in strange times. You know, we love to spend money on dumb shit here in the United States, and a store like Sears can't manage to hold on. But a television show from the 1980s is spawning a cereal spin-off 30 years after it aired. It's not even a TV show for children. It's not like a cartoon. This television show featured old women and sexy side characters like Stanley Zbornak. That was Dorothy's ex-husband. I had a sex dream about him. He licked my armpits, or I licked his. I still have nightmares. I have nightmares about a dream I had. Anyway, Funko is releasing the Golden Girls cereal to Target stores only. It's a Target exclusive. It's strange because I'm looking at the cereal. You'd think a Golden Girls cereal would be golden colored, yellow. But no, they're blue. They're bright blue Cheerio looking things. They should be like gray colored, right? Or gray hair. Although Blanche had like dyed hair, right? Like brunette, and Rose was more of a blonde. So there should be like gray O's, white O's, brown O's, and yellow O's. I don't quite understand the blue O's. Although this isn't the first time Funko has released cereals based on popular franchises. They released a couple monster cereals like Freddy Krueger cereal, and I think, was it Jason Voorhees cereal or Beetlejuice cereal? Those were also very plain Cheerio-looking cereals. The cynic in me thinks that Funko is really just creating different box art, and it's all the same fucking cereal. But fueled by our dumb nostalgia, we will buy the same cereal in different boxes and probably pay like $10 a box. You do get some sort of mini Funko character, like there's some Golden Girl Funko things. Anyway, if you're interested, it's a Target exclusive, and I think they're rolling out to stores now. Sears is dead. 3/4 of the Golden Girls are dead. But somehow that franchise keeps rolling along. They're A-OK. All right, now let's transition to something more Distorted View worthy. Oh, I'm sorry. I've got one more Golden Girl thought to relay to you. I was doing some research on the Hallmark Channel, because that's what's been on nonstop in our household. Lord Douche loves those fall Hallmark movies. And then there's no reprieve for me because fall movie season transitions right into Christmas movie season. And they produce like 56 original movies this year. That's something I learned while researching. I started reading about, like, how the Hallmark Channel came to be. They have their roots in Christian broadcasting, believe it or not. It used to be called, like, the Odyssey Channel, and cable operators in, like, DirecTV, they were pissed off at Odyssey because while there were some, like, Christian family programming, the majority of the programming was, like, infomercials. So they were like, we're going to pull your channel off our lineup because this is annoying as shit. And they were always struggling financially and stuff. And then I think, like, the Hallmark Channel and the Jim Henson Muppet people came together and formed a company. Well, whatever. Eventually, Hallmark owned their own stupid network all by themselves, right? And even though it's not a religious channel anymore, if you watch the Hallmark Channel, sometimes you get, like, a weird Christian vibe from them. It's because they know who their fucking audience is, and they don't want to rock the boat. That's why all the movies are very similar, in that everyone is white. Occasionally you'll, like, see a best friend who's black, or a side character. But it's mostly a very white utopia. Always takes place, like, in a small town. No swearing. Sometimes, like, the Hallmark Channel will play Hollywood movies, They'll get the rights to What Women Want or something. And not only do they edit out swear words like shit and fuck, they even went so far as to bleeping out God because they didn't like that someone took God's name in vain. The funny thing about that, which is a real thing that happened, Hallmark Channel being extra careful, there is to be no blasphemy on this network. You're not going to take the Lord's name in vain here. They thought their viewers would appreciate that. They did not. I'm reading directly from the Wikipedia here. After the word God was muted in April 2014 from the film It Could Happen to You, in what is described as an attempt to avoid taking his name in vain, the practice backfired when viewers interpreted the muting as evidence of hatred for the deity. These dim bulb viewers actually believe the network was being run by Satanists and witches and warlocks, and other people who hate God, like Hillary Clinton. Is this a George Soros network? Next thing you know, all their Christmas movies aren't going to have the word Christmas in it. Instead of titles like Love Comes for Christmas, we'll now have Winter Solstice Summoning, a non-denominational winter love story. Passion inside the pentagram worship circle. The Hallmark people had to come out with a statement saying, look, our standards and practices department are very conservative. There are words and phrases commonly used on other cable channels and broadcast networks that Hallmark Channel's standards and practice guidelines deem unacceptable, which is okay until you realize that they air The Golden Girls and Frasier and other shows that say words like bitch and slut. This is weird. They muted the word God. And they tried to do it for the right reasons, but people still got pissed off. Just goes to show you that everyone is a goddamn snowflake. Not just liberals. Conservatives get pissed off, too, over dumb shit. All right, let's move on. Yeah, now we can transition fully away from the Golden Girls, Hallmark Channel, and the G word. All right, goddamn, it's a long transition. I've got a couple clips here that I wanted to share with you. First up, this was found in our Discord, so thank you very much to whoever found this. It's another bad cover of The Final Countdown. I feel like we've played more than a few of these over the years. This might be the worst. I was about to say, are you sure that's The Final Countdown? It almost sounded like dueling banjos. Here we go. Oh yeah, okay. the singer doesn't know where to come in, and I gotta be honest with you, I'm not sure either. I don't remember this part of the song. There seems to be some confusion among the band members. That's like the worst thing you can do, like to a performer, is give those sympathy claps. It's not encouraging. It's nerve-wracking. Okay.
We live on together, but still it's far well, and maybe we'll come back to Earth, who can tell.
Okay, now we're going.
I guess there is no one to blame. We're living ground.
Oh, well, you're losing me again.
Will things ever be the same again? It's the final countdown. The final countdown.
I hope this is the final countdown. Put this countdown out of its misery.
We're heading to Venus, and still we stand tall. 'Cause maybe they've seen us, and welcome us all. With so many lights.
I'm looking at the YouTube comments. My favorite is, I like the drummer. That's funny, of course, because there is no drummer.
Place to go, and things to resolve. I'm sure that we'll all miss us all. It's the final countdown.
All right. I think I get the gist of it. That's quite enough. I've got another mass transit meltdown. I don't think people were meant to be cooped up in, like, tin can buses. Something's going on. We're all snapping. Take a listen to this bitch.
Sit down. And you shut up, and you shut up. Okay? You got a fucking problem with that? Call the fucking police. And I hope you all got your motherfucking papers. You shut up.
No one's talking. You're the only one talking. Hey, you shut the fuck up and you shut the fuck up. It's like, lady, what you're hearing is road noise. We're going like 50 miles an hour. It's the engine.
I hope you all got your fucking papers. I'm sick of you motherfuckers. That's right, you, and him. I'm sick. You got papers to be in this country?
Oh, there she goes, making it racial. Maybe I misheard.
Go back to your fucking country.
No, I heard, right?
I don't care what you say. It's none of your fucking business.
I'm sorry, you've made it my business because you're basically screaming in my ear. I can't focus on anything else. We're stuck in a tiny bus together and you're screeching. Think how loud this woman is. You know how loud buses are to begin with their diesel engines or whatever the fuck they run on?
First of all, motherfucker, in this country, we have what's called the First Amendment rights. Okay? Which I can say whatever the fuck I want. Okay?
Okay!
Maybe these motherfuckers.
Can you amend an amendment? Because I think everyone should be allowed to say whatever they want, just not in that accent. Okay? It's my First Amendment right!
Fuckers don't know.
All right, you all are a bunch of motherfuckers!
Taping me?
Stop.
Oh, God. Oh, she's charging the bus. Well, now it's gone beyond the First Amendment because what this woman has done is she's like I said, she charged the bus. She found the person who was filming her, and then I don't know, hit him or something.
Do not go in.
I thought she was a constitutional expert.
Don't do anything.
No, he's taping me.
Don't do that.
He's taping me.
You just said you can do whatever you want in public, and now you're upset because he's taping you.
Then please grab your mother. Grab your mother. That's your mother. Grab her. This is the woman. Stop touching me. She will not stop touching me. Grab your mother.
That's not right.
She will not stop.
That's not right!
Shit. Fuck you! And your nigga fucking
Oh boy,
people.
there it is.
Okay? Get the fuck out of my country! Yeah, I got a phone too.
They always do that. Every single person I've featured on this show who's been upset because they're being filmed with a phone camera end up whipping out their phone. Oh yeah? I got one of them too!
You think it's
All
a
right.
fucking joke?
All right? Now shove this in your face!
Hi, how you doing, sweetheart? Love you. I love all you illegal immigrants. You do wonders for our country.
And what exactly do you do for our country? I'm on disability! I threw my back out! And I'm addicted to painkillers. What's your point? So that is some just blatant racism, right? This next clip I have for you has been viewed like 5 million times. And I still kind of see where the white person is coming from here. Does that make me racist? Probably. Actually, it's been viewed 6 million times. So this woman lives in an apartment building. Some guy was following her in. It's one of those secured, apartment buildings where you've got like a key fob thing that you're supposed to scan to unlock the door. The guy says that he lives there too and was just following this woman in, but this woman was like, "Hey, you should scan your fob to get in the door. Right? I don't want to be held responsible in case you don't live here and you rob someone." Well, she's white, he's black, so immediately she's racist, right?
Please move, man.
Oh, yeah, I guess she's not. Even if she was right about not letting him in, she's kind of like blocking him.
Please move, man.
From entering.
I can. Do you live here?
I'll answer that question. Excuse me.
I'm sorry. The keypad is right there.
Have we given her a funny name yet, like Front Door Felicia or something?
You can film me. That's fine.
I understand that.
Okay, cool.
Into my building.
Okay, and it's my building as well, so I need you to get out my way.
Okay, what unit?
I don't need to say that information. So excuse me, ma'am.
I'm uncomfortable.
Okay, you can be uncomfortable. That's your discretion. You're uncomfortable because you.
As Haley's comment pointed out, was it Haley's comment that sent this to me? She's so uncomfortable, she follows him up to his floor eventually.
I need you to move out my way, please.
I feel threatened.
No.
Ma'am, please stop touching me.
I'm not touching you.
You just was previously. Before.
I'm not touching you at all.
So I'm going to step in.
I'm not touching you, and I'm not in any way doing anything outside of letting my dog go to the bathroom.
And I live here and you're blocking the door.
What unit?
I don't need to tell you that. What unit do you live in?
307.
Okay. Great. I'm on the 4th floor. Excuse me.
No. You don't have a key fob. You are... No.
Like, why doesn't he have his key fob? How was he expected to get in the building?
Yeah.
Look, I thought that was kind of like one of the conditions. Like when you live in these apartment buildings, they're like, never let anyone in who doesn't live here. Like let them scan their own fucking key so they can get in.
If you have that,
this is how people get robbed.
Then okay.
Ma'am, you're not security. You're not the property manager. You're not Mike Herman.
No, but I live here.
Okay, and I live here too. You're not Mike Herman.
Or Mike Cunt. Or Harry Ballsack. So this guy does have a point. She is kind of blocking him, preventing him from entering. She's not a security guard. It's one thing to be like, you shouldn't follow me in, but you can't prevent someone from doing it. If you're so worried, call the, building manager or whatever about it.
Security. You're not the property manager. You're not Mike Herman.
No, but I live here.
Okay, and I live here too. You're not Mike Herman. You're not Rick.
I don't like the fact you have your phone in my face.
I don't know who those people are.
The fact that you're blocking me for where I pay.
All I'm asking is what unit.
But you're not. I don't need to tell you that information, man.
If you want to come into my building,
it's not true.
Stop calling it your building, you entitled twat.
Your building. You're not the owner. You pay rent.
Sir, you walked up on a street.
Yes.
Yeah, his street, right? You walked up on this street as opposed to what? Parachuting in. How do you want him to enter this building?
Yes, and I've already buzzed in. I've already used
not.
Okay, man, it does not even matter. Can you get out of my way?
No. Can you show me the key fob into this building?
I'm not showing you anything. And the second, ma'am, I'm bound to walk through where I live at. So
no.
Okay.
Can you show me the key fob into this? No.
Excuse me.
No.
Excuse me.
Yeah, she will not let him through. And then all of a sudden, he's like, "Oh, I can't believe you did that. What are you doing?" Are you kidding me? You pushed through me? Yeah, you're a stupid white bitch. You're not that strong. So this is where she follows him onto the elevator, right?
Call the police, whatever you want to do.
Her tactic changes, though, when she gets on the elevator, and I think she's starting to realize, oh, maybe he does live here.
Now you gotta follow him.
I am.
Why?
Because I would like to know who's friends and why you're here.
Oh, like what a, like, I guess she is in the wrong 100%, right? I want to know who you are, who your friends are, and where your friends live. Because you're black and I'm white and I have that right.
And if you do, then I would like to meet you because you're a neighbor. And
Oh, yeah.
Start off on a good note. I have no,
You're very neighborly.
I don't want to do no dealings with you. I'm going to my house. I'm going to my house.
There she
I
goes.
live at where I pay.
I would like to introduce myself then as a neighbor.
He knows who you are now. He doesn't even need your name. I actually already have an update to this video. According to the New York Times, they did give her a nickname, this girl. She's known as Apartment Patty. I like Front Door Felicia better, or whatever name I came up with earlier. Over the weekend, her employer, Tribeca STL, which manages real estate elsewhere in the city, said that it had reviewed the video and fired her. People, just this is a good lesson. Just mind your own fucking business. Especially if you're white. All right, and with that, let's get into the crazy, bizarre, twisted up, fucked up news right now. If you're not a member of the Distorted View Sideshow, what are you waiting for? Help support this nonsense. Surf on over to superfreaksideshow.com, sign up for a monthly, quarterly, semi-annual, yearly, or lifetime membership, and get full access to the entire archive of programs. I've been at this show since December 2004. Almost 15 years now. There are thousands of shows in the archives. More importantly, every week I do exclusive material just for paying members in the form of exclusive shows, videos, stuff like that. Tomorrow we'll be doing an exclusive show. Thursday, another exclusive program. Throwing some videos into the mix there. Not a bad deal. Memberships are only $6.99 a month. It's even less if you opt for like a yearly or something. Bring that price down closer to $5. Again, superfreaksideshow.com. There are links over there at distortedview.com as well. Other ways to support the program. Maybe you can't afford $6.99 a month. Or maybe you think that's a crazy cheap price and you want to give me more. You want to really help support the show. We've got a Patreon account, patreon.com/distortedview. I try to post updates there and do videos and stuff. Got another video this week. Going to show you guys what I'm working with, my setup, and how I record shows, because I know some people have been asking about that. So, yeah, a couple ways to support the program. Any way you can help is much appreciated. 3 quick stories now, then we'll get the hell out of here. First up, this is a very short, dumb one from South Carolina. A man is accused of shooting his cousin after a dispute over potato chips. Who in their right mind is that passionate over potato chips?
Hello, folks. Fat Man here again. And today, I am going to be eating a few potato chips.
A few is an understatement. He eats the whole bag, all 1,300 calories. But the main attraction is what he's eating the chips with.
But I'm going to be eating this whole 12-ounce tub of dip.
Is Chris, the fat man, still alive? I can't imagine he is. He's been away from YouTube for a while.
Fresh tub of dip being open?
No. Hey, folks, I'm gonna eat my bag of chips and dip.
And now the chips are being opened, folks.
Can you believe we used to feature these fat man videos on the program? That was like, what, 8-9 years ago? He was kind of a pioneer. He was at the forefront of the live stream trend of just eating in front of a camera and having people watch you. So I did some quick Wikipediaing. I found some kind of sad news on September 6th. September 6th of this year. It was reported by his father, Paul Whitney, that Chris had been taken to the hospital due to his diabetes and had succumbed to the disease. It was reported that his death was caused by heart failure due to complications from diabetes. Now, I don't know if this is true, because this isn't exactly Wikipedia. This is fatmansupremefatness.wikia.com. I haven't been able to track down an obituary, so he might be alive. On September 9th, there's an update saying Chris reportedly signed into his Steam account. Now, it may have automatically logged him in, or logged someone in, like when you turn on the computer. So we don't know if this was actually Chris the Fat Man. He may be dead, he may be alive. Basically, we know nothing. The last few minutes have been a real roller coaster of emotions for me. All right, let's get back to this stupid news story. The Post and Courier reported that Ryan Dean Langdale, 19, faces charges of attempted murder using a firearm in a violent crime and obstructing justice. Again, this is all over salt and vinegar potato chips. It's not even a good flavor. You know what the best flavor of potato chips is? Horseradish and cheddar. Have you guys had that? Oh my God. Amazing. Also, Grippo's potato chips. I think it's a regional brand. I don't know if they're all across the country. They're barbecue chip. Oh, so good. Oh, folks. God, I could eat a whole bag of that right now. You want to watch me on cam? All right. The suspect allegedly shot and injured the 17-year-old victim on September 29th at a home after the suspect warned him not to eat his salt and vinegar potato chips. Guess what? I think he ate some of those chips. Do not touch my chips or I will shoot you, Langdale said, according to the victim's account. And then he did. The suspect was jailed under a $55,000 bond. Those are expensive potato chips. Deputy said he originally told them his cousin accidentally shot himself. How could he have done that? He was holding the bag of potato chips with one hand and sticking his other hand into the bag to eat the potato chips. It just doesn't make sense. Didn't take long for police to figure that out. All right, second story we have for you today. A Chinese brand of e-liquid could be an awkward choice to vape on your cigarette break. Why? Because it could give you a big, fat, throbbing erection that lasts up to 2 days. God, I hope you have something to stick your dick in. Do they make double-ended vape pens? Like a fleshlight / vaporizer? If not, I think I got my product for Shark Tank. All right, the Chinese vape company Hello Sig. Ah, yes, a Hello Sig. Did you guys see the most recent episode of South Park? At the very end, they sort of called out the Simpsons for being racist because of Apu. But South Park has that Chinese character. Ah, yeah, welcome to City Walk. It's City Walk. Oh, yeah, City Walk, City Walk. Mongolian! You know, like, they're just as fucking racist, right? Plus, they're little. That's why I like both of those shows. All right, the Chinese vape company Hello Sig, electronic technology company. Oh, that's quite a long name. Made vape liquid, which included the erection drug Cialis and Viagra. Oh, that's kind of brilliant. Ooh, like cherry Cialis. Sangria Viagra. You know how they all have those fruity flavors that kids go wild for? Oh, could you imagine a child with a 2-day boner? I don't know why I said it like that. Can you imagine? As I lick my lips. Yes, a child. And when I say child, I mean, you know, like a 15-year-old. You know, ones that have their big boy hair. You know, the kind of kid where it's not super creepy, but still very wrong. And, you know, when they've got those boners, they can't think straight. Their mind's all foggy with sex. You can get them to do just about anything. All right, I don't know what the hell I'm talking about. What? Actually, I do know that some e-cig companies were in trouble because they're kind of marketing their flavors towards kids. Sweet, fruity flavors, because adults hate that shit. I want my e-cigs to taste like a burning dumpster. Let's go back to the days of just, like, smoking unfiltered Camels. Gross. You know, adults like fruity flavors, too. Kids don't get a monopoly on that shit. I used to look up on eBay, like, for soda cans, because I have my soda can collection. And one of the things I would look up was Ecto Cooler. I wanted to add, like, an old Ecto Cooler can or box or whatever to my collection. And they were selling e-cigarette juice in the flavor of Ecto Cooler. At least that's what they were calling it an ecto-cooler. I don't know if it actually tasted like that. I can't imagine the high C people were pleased with that. The company, which markets 150 types of e-liquid, is in hot water with American authorities. They could face civil money penalties, criminal prosecution, seizure, and or injunction. The FDA administration sent a warning letter to the Chinese company asking them to change their products, which are made in China but sold in America. The letter said there are no e-liquid products approved to contain prescription drugs or any other medications that require doctor's supervision. Prescription drugs are carefully evaluated, blah, 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 blah. Vaping active drug ingredients is an ineffective route of delivery and can be dangerous. Well, it can't be both of those things, right? It's either ineffective, it doesn't work, or it's dangerous. The way I'm reading this is it's super effective. It's dangerously effective because when you smoke some Viagra e-juice, your dick nearly explodes. The company told USA Today, our aim is to fully comply with all FDA regulations, both in letter and spirit. So it sounds like they will be giving up their Cialis e-liquids, which is kind of a shame. All right, final story we have for you today. Fendi, you're familiar with the fashion brand Fendi. Fendi has released a new scarf, and the internet has kind of fallen in love with it. Why? Because it looks like a woman's cunt. If you want to see this thing for yourself, surf on over to DistortedView.com or SuperFreakSideshow.com. I've made it today's featured image. It's something you really need to see. It's dubbed the Vulva Scarf, but the real name is The Touch of Fur. The shawl is salmon in color with fur trimmings. Yeah, it looks like pussy hair around it. Priced at over 750 pounds, doing some quick conversion. That's like $900 US, right? It's actually closer to 1,000, like 980 or something. The shawl with dollops of layers and folds and a clit soon became subject to severe trolling after some Twitter users pointed out that it reminded them of the vulva, you know, the outer part of the female genitalia. Even worse, someone pointed out that, like, when you're wearing the scarf, it looks like you're being birthed, right? It looks like your head's popping out of a pussy. My voice just cracked when I said pussy. Pussy! MCW Disruptor says someone must be trying to work out some mother issues. Monica says anatomy might not be destiny, but it sure is #fashion. Kristen Gorgon was just saying, I'm sick and tired of wearing clothes that don't look like vulvas. And another Twitter user said, strangling myself with an expensive vulva scarf to make a statement of some sort. Yeah, are you new to fashion? You go ahead and continue to rock out your TJ Maxx ghetto wear. I'll be over here in my $900 pussy scarf. That, my friends, is your Distorted News for Monday. Let's do a couple voicemails and get the hell out of here. All right, first things first, I hope all of you caught this weekend's episode of DV. I posted it on Sunday. Also, I posted a new video on our YouTube channel, youtube.com/DistortedViewShow. I'm going to play a few voicemails. Don't forget, if you are a patron, you get access to a special voicemail line. I'll play your calls first. I've got one of those to play for you. Our standard voicemail line, 206-666-4463. You can always email me, show@distortedview.com, and I'm all over social media, @DistortedView on Twitter and Instagram, and Facebook.com/DistortedViewShow. As promised, here is a patron call.
Hey, Timmy Boo, Sideshow Patreon member, DJC. Driving home from work in my loud-ass car because my muffler fell off. Gotta fix that. Don't know if you can hear it. Hopefully it's coming out okay. Just a little bit here. They are going broke, bankrupt, because they were the dumbest motherfuckers ever back in the 90s.
Okay.
When you were walking around the mall, I was just starting out in construction, and they would sell all their tools under the Craftsman brand.
Yes.
Screwdrivers, hammers, fucking vice grips.
It was a very respected brand.
Anything you needed under Craftsman.
Right.
And they would take that shit back if it broke. So I was doing it like heavy-duty construction at HVAC at large commercial buildings. And that shit I'd break their fucking tools every other day.
Yes, they had a lifetime guarantee.
I'd be in serious. Freebies. They just hand you a new one. Boom. Free. Here, take it. Motherfuckers must have gave me like thousands of dollars to do it. That and the first motherfucking in the 90s.
Yeah, I always thought like the Craftsman tools were supposed to be really good, really high quality. And then, I don't know, 10, 15 years ago, to save money, they started, I don't know, buying them from China or something. And the quality went down, and the idea was just to, like, maximize profits. Like, oh, we've got this brand name that is very popular, and we're just going to continue selling these crappy tools until people realize that the Craftsman brand isn't what it used to be. Then we'll sell it off. And that's kind of what they did.
That and the first motherfucking in the 90s, they used to try to sell you shit, and it was overpriced. If you could get like a PJ's or a Costco's membership, their TVs were like double the price of like a BJ's or Costco's.
You might be right about that, because I was never in the market for a television. I was like 13 or 14 when I'd go to the mall. But I would walk around and I would look at the computer sometimes, and they always sold like super, super expensive models.
Those motherfuckers were the worst. They always had shitty fucking pricing no matter what you did with them. And now they're pretty good, though. Unfortunately, they're going out of business. I bought the washer dryer there, and my wife, the scam
store closing,
as she is, likes to. She's a coupon girl. She'll walk into like fucking the A&P and get, or A&P's out of business now. Whatever, the supermarket.
Yeah, how old are you?
And get like 70 rolls of toilet paper for 5 cents.
Like extreme couponing.
Fucking good at that shit. But she would go over there. We bought a washer dryer there, and by buying the washer, the dryer was like $50. It was insane. They were giving out free money. Like, she goes there all the time.
No wonder they're going bankrupt. They were just giving away money. I was watching a video today about Sears. Apparently, like in the early 1900s, they would sell you houses. You'd pay like $2,000 or $3,000, and in a few weeks, all the materials to build a house would land at your doorstep if you had a door. And many of those Sears houses, or the Sears models or whatever, are still standing, and they look pretty amazing. I mean, they were pretty much real. I mean, you had to build it yourself is the thing, and you had to like pour the foundation and all that stuff. But they gave you the materials. Interesting stuff.
Hey Tim, it's your boy. Just calling to tell you that a bunch of people were wondering, when are you going to set up your new P.O. box for your Cincinnati apartment? Tim, it's really, really best time that you actually get your P.O. box set up. And wait, get it done.
Wait a second. When did he message me here? This is a regular caller, September 9th. Okay, so I hadn't at that point got my post office box. I have a feeling I'm going to get a few more of those here. Next up.
Tim.
Yes.
It's raining. Get a fucking post office box.
Right, okay. Oh, this is the problem, being a month behind on the voicemails.
The reason this congresswoman was questioning Brad, whatever, I can't fucking remember his name, Kavanaugh's Trump's Supreme Court nominee.
Oh, Brent Kavanaugh, yeah.
Was because if he had any communication with Trump's lawyer about the Mueller investigation, that means Trump is appointing him because he had made a deal with him about not convicting a sitting president. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
This judge will rule against convicting a sitting president. You can't. Some people believe that you can't fucking convict a sitting president.
That's like the most retarded bullshit I've ever heard.
Why? It's fucked up. Why?
Yeah.
He's no king or anything. That's the whole fucking point.
Okay, all right. I don't know what you're yelling at me for. I agree with you. Calm down. We're all on the same side here. You're screaming at me.
He's no king or anything. That's the whole fucking point of the United fucking States. No fucking kings. Can't fucking convict a fucking sitting president. That's why.
Okay.
He would rule against that. Okay? That's why she's asking.
All
That's
right.
why she's grilling him.
Sorry.
Okay, Timmy. I love you,
All right, now he's calming down. All right, that is all the time we have on this edition of the show. Want you guys to email me, show@distortedview.com. Distortedview.com is our official website. Voicemail line for you, 206-666-4463. That's 206-660. Oh, God, is it? Oh, God.
Okay? Get the fuck out of my country!
From the Distortion STD, tell all your friends about the podcast. Don't forget to rate us and review us on iTunes, and I will see you back tomorrow, if and only if you're Sideshow members. Otherwise, I'll see you back on Wednesday. Until then, have a great day. Bye, everybody.
Hello, my treacherous friend. Thank you for joining me here tonight. I brought you all here to discuss as I must how pleasant it's been. Hello, my treacherous friend. Thank you for joining me here tonight. I brought you all here to discuss as I must how pleasant it's been this tonight.
You are a rude, thoughtless little pig, okay?